Griffith Show Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I ask you to please subscribe. I ask you to please share this out on Facebook. I appreciate it. Really, really do. Today, I'm just going to give you a few things that you may not know about some of the behind-the-scenes stuff of the Andy Griffith Show. Most of you probably do because you're very knowledgeable. But things like the entire series was shot on location, not on a soundstage, like most comedies. All the laughing you hear is a laugh track that they added in post-production. Andy stated that he wanted it done this way to keep the actors focused on acting and not to be distracted, as well as to give Mayberry a real authentic feeling. Opie Taylor was named for Opie Cates, a prominent band leader of the 1930s and 40s, who Andy Griffith and Sheldon Leonard, the show's producer, both admired. The chart over the bookcase in the sheriff's office depicts the presidents of the United States and information about them, and was also a popular chart displayed in elementary school classrooms in the early 1960s. According to Andy Griffith, the show's original premise was to follow the storyline set up in his appearance on the Danny Thomas Show, Danny Meets Andy Griffith, which was done in 1960. The premise was that Mayberry was so small that Andy Taylor was not only the sheriff, but the justice of the peace, the editor of the local newspaper, and the mayor. However, when it came time to write the series, Andy decided that this was just too ridiculous. So he asked that Andy Taylor's duties be confined to being sheriff and justice of the peace. However, the justice of the peace task was used sparingly and usually only with out-of-town troublemakers. Francis Bobbier did not like the coarse language used off camera by the co-stars and once hit George Lindsay, played Goober, with the umbrella over it. I would have paid money to see that. The show debuted October the 3rd, 1960. So it's 61 years old. But the characters of Andy and Opie originally debuted on the Danny Thomas Show, which is in February of 1960. Frances Bobbier, who played Aunt Bee, was introduced as Harriet Perkins. According to Ron Howard, Andy and Opie's relationship as father and son was influenced by Howard's relationship with his own father, Rance Howard, who, by the way, made guest appearances on the show several times. The show was shot on the same set as Atlanta from Gone with the Wind in 1939. If you were to walk out of the courthouse and look to the right at the end of the street, you can see the old Atlanta train station in many episodes. In the classic episode in which businessman Malcolm Tucker breaks down on the Sabbath in Mayberry, Opie is chastised by Andy for pulling horse hairs from the lapel of his suit and trading them with Johnny Paul Jason for a penny run over by a train. Pulling the horse hairs out damages the suit. How? According to Andy, it makes the suit become soft. Men traditionally tailored suits have a stiff lining inside the lapel and chest, which helps the front and lapels retain the shape and also gives a smooth look over the pectoral muscles. Ain't you glad you heard that one? When Don Knotts left the show, his absence was explained by having Barney move to Raleigh to join the police department, where he went from doing fingerprints to actually becoming a detective. When Don Knotts left the show, Jerry Van Dyke was considered for the part of a deputy who would have replaced Barney Fife, and even appears as deputy's uniform in the 5th season episode. However, Van Dyke chose instead to star in My Mother the Car. and later said if he had to do it all over again, he would have taken the deputy part instead. And last but not least, when Howard McNear left the show after years of declining health, his departure was explained by having Floyd sell the barber shop and move away to be with his daughter. And that's all I got for you. I appreciate you being here. Have a great day. Please, if you have not yet, please subscribe. Please share these on Facebook. And don't forget the trivia question on Facebook. We'll catch you tomorrow. God bless. Be praying for you.